Basically looks like a giant flying van. And other than that, it's the...
Sorry, say again. So we're going to gut this ambulance, right? Med lift troop transport?
Yeah, I mean, it's assumedly if that happens around here, like, like old ambulances get resold on the commercial market, on the secondhand market,
Well, I mean,
it doesn't have the reflective colors on it anymore, or the siren.
My character was going with like a cover as basically an underground doctor.
Yeah. No, this serves two purposes. It fits in. It's not like the Ghostbuster ambulance, but it's got some basic stats. It doesn't have guns and
18.
stuff on it. Yeah.
The other ones I listed are specifically land speeders that also do like everyone has them.
No, I think this is good. This is, like I said, the Medlift Trooper Transport is generic enough that we could, like, even if you don't have the Medlift version, there is a truck version that you guys picked up. And like I said, we're looking for some base stats that are of a field of the similar vehicle. So we'll go with that.
I wouldn't mind keeping some of the medical stuff on it. Still fits it all.
Well, there's no supplies on it. But,
as long as like the equipment is there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it won't be any medical equipment come with this vehicle. It would have been stripped out. But all the cabinets and braces and blah, 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 I mean, it's a perfect place for you to put your surgery kit. And it's hospital. It's like being in a hospital waiting room as opposed to, what I mean? Cars are going to come with any medical stuff. They would have sold that off. Unless it's stolen.
Look to buy it.
I'd like a full medical vehicle that can't be traced, I
mean, I am going with the cover of it. Basically, one of the doctors for the lower levels.
If you want to spend more money and fill it with supplies, I'm just saying the vehicle would not come with supplies at that price. You want a fully supplies med vehicle for sale for whatever you're using, then it's going to cost more.
I'll go a full supplied used one.
All right, sure. All right. Ambulance costs minus Noland speeder costs. Anyway, alrighty, Roo. Let's play some Star Wars once again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the We Shot First podcast. We are on Book 7, Season 7. We are playing the official Star Wars Saga edition TTRPG. I am GM Jeff Ball, your host, and we have quite a large party going into the Coruscant depths, into the underworld. In the last episode, we had spent a decent amount of time and wealth and energy disguising the party. It's almost like we have a brand new party. And they smiled and waved and held up their fake IDs and breezed through a checkpoint. And now, several hours later, you guys are in the bowels of Coruscant, in an area called Naw's Roost. And in this area, you guys have been eyeballed by a bunch of ne'er-do-wells. But since you decided to look armed, but not heavily armed and armored like you're starting some shit, but not look like a bunch of easy marks, people watch you closely, but they do not approach, and they do not cause much trouble. And since you are a big party of 6, I gotta say, the medical vehicle might be worth something. That might draw attention. Somebody might actually try to take that from you. Or if it's left unattended just with R4. You might be careful of that one. But R4 takes you as close to the coordinates as he can. and drops you guys off on a walkway which goes into, there's the giant tubes that go down, you descend, and you fly around through some tunnels, and then there's just to a point where speeders can get near it, but you guys need to get on foot and head off, that kind of thing. So R4 drops you guys near the flop house where you're supposed to go to find your contact. What do you want to do with R4? We are searching.
Have him fly around, not make a standard landing, but stay within earshot so he can come pick us up.
Okay.
He does that really well.
Yep. Stay out of the major lanes. Keep yourself in eyes. Honestly, if we could utilize him as eyes in the sky, that would be great. But
casual, right?
His view of you is from the side, right? Hover out here, and if a vehicle comes and if the Empire comes or some a vehicle comes and jumps over the rail and starts going into the alley after you, he could tell you that. But as far as flying over top of you, there just isn't room in here. I guess it gets all twisty and stuff. You guys are looking for a weapons technician for Incom, formerly scooped up by the Empire, goes by the name of Trenel. And your intel brought you to a flop house in a place called Gnawer's Roost. So Gnawer apostrophe S, Gnawer's. Like gnawing, Roost. Having to go on foot, we find our way over to, said flop house. Outside, deep in the heart of Gnawer's Roost, a dark, shadowy place, permeated by foul smells and even foul-looking residents. You guys have not seen a whimper of Imperial law enforcement for quite some time. And it seems down here, as you would guess, that the only rule is might makes right. While several gangs and ne'er-do-wells bristled at you, none approached you, the decently but not heavily armed party with a relatively quick vehicle. You guys have not been approached any closer where people wanted to get a better look at you, but not necessarily any cons, any trouble, but there are eyes on you guys.
I will use one of my dino arms to reach inside and keep my heavy blaster pistol in that hand out, but underneath the duster so that so that it's not obvious.
Okay. You guys roll up on the flop house, and hanging around outside is a small group of thugs. One literally leaning next to the doorway, a small group of three that, shut up and start eyeballing you guys at your approach, and a couple more on a back wall. They mutter to themselves and look your direction. They don't stand between you and the entrance, however. What do you guys want to do?
walk right on in.
Okay. Marching order.
Paul and Merrick closely behind.
I will follow Dr. Black. Jack.
What now?
Jack.
Persona, which ego? Ah!
All right.
Hit me. See? It works.
Pull you guys inside. Okay. Down, 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 down. Down in the belly. Down in the bellies of this place. There's always ambient sounds of the outside. A world that's grinding and contracting there's chop shops and there's, does that make sense? There's chop shops and there's,
Always the sound of power tools.
Alien, yeah, exactly. There's all sorts of industry down here in our little underworld. Inside, the interior of the Flophouse lobby is no cleaner or promising than its exterior. Every surface seems filthy, from the torn chairs leaning up against the grimy walls to the thin metal counter covered in flimsy paper, old garbage, and empty food packets. Behind the counter stands a 3PO droid, his gray exterior patched with rust and corrosion. One of his eyes glows dully in the lobby's dim light, while the other is dark and unseeing. He seems to be covered with some sort of graffiti. Ah, hello. The droid pipes up in a force cordially as you enter. How may I be of assistance? And I've got a picture of this dude. Ta-da. The other graffiti.
It's like punk C3PO.
Yep.
It's C3PO that will take your kidney if you look the wrong way.
He looks like a bunch of kids tried to pretend taking his kidneys, for practice. I'm sorry,
What was the guy's name again that we were looking for?
Trenel.
Trenel. So I'll approach the desk. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for Trenel.
I see. He looks left, and he looks right, and he says, "Who might that be?"
Let's see. Persuasion of 30. Ah, come on, man. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Don't play hard to get.
I see. He says, "Well, perhaps he would match this this description," and he pushes over like a cred chip thing, like at the restaurant you tap your card to pay, right? And it's got a 50 cred, 500 cred, 5,000 cred tip thing ready to go. Shoves that your way.
The pre-programmed tip on the internet.
Yeah.
Hate that crap. All right. So I'll tap the 500.
Okay. Oh, yes. Most definitely. This requested information is confidential and as per the clause of our establishment's rental agreement. However, for a small fee, payable in standard credits, this clause can be waived. And then he pulls back the credits, like the tip thing, right?
Yep.
And messes with it, like he's paying the house something, or he's modifying it so that master knows that he got something, but maybe he's modding the numbers after he said his little bit. Ah, yes. Goes over and does the scanning, like, eyes roll under the eyelid, like, scanning. I mean, he's a walking computer. It's not like he has got a counter, right? Yes. I believe we have someone of that name staying. Let's see. And then he actually goes over to a greasy looking keyboard, and the computer is like locked in a box. You can hear it running under the counter. Not stealable. And he types in, "Ah, yes. Here it is. Unit 5212, 5 floors down. You can access the 5th sublevel through the 3rd turbo lift on the right. Is there anything else I can do for you? And he looks to everybody else and he pushes his little tip pad forward on the counter.
Rahal just rolls his eyes, starts walking towards the lift.
Okay.
Follows. Something.
Anybody looking for a happy end?
Nope, nod and keep following everyone else.
By which you mean we get out of here. Yes,
Uh-huh.
that sounds good.
By the 3rd person that goes by, he taps the pad and he holds up a little cred stick thing and he says, perhaps you would like the house's key to room 5212.
I pause and step over to it, and I look at him, and I offer 50 credits for the key.
Okay. Persuasion?
Okay. Ooh, rolled a nat 1. Got a 12. I will spend a force point on that, though.
Okay.
Got a 6. It brings it up to an 18.
You're most kind. I appreciate your enthusiasm, gentlemen. The DC to persuade his attitude was 11.
That's fine.
And 50 credits would have been fine, Rahal. Another 100 for the key. So he happily accepts only 50 for the key since you guys have already overpaid him, and to a fellow droid, no less.
And then I lean over and I go, "Are you happy?"
Experiencing emotions like joy in my line of work, let's just say, and he taps the tip thing. I find ways other than dampening buffers to experience joy.
I understand. And I feel the same way. And I turn and I walk away.
It's funny because I could probably ask if Master's looking for a new protocol droid unit, but since you look fresh or new, and I look like damaged goods, I don't think he's going to go there. So, you guys get on the turbo lift. It is rickety. Creaks under the weight of 6 dudes getting on there.
They have to go up in 2 groups.
You can if you want. I'm just saying, you guys squeeze into this thing and it looks, it's more of those cage elevators than an actual turbo lift. You know what I'm saying?
On the way down, Merrick practices some of his rhetoric. Do your full souls feel safe?
The elevator music speaker is sort of crackling and broke.
Yeah, it goes into like church pipe organ music all of a sudden, like friends, dun dun dun. Sure, let's have it, Messina. This is Merrick's second elevator moment, so I'm down for this. Let's go.
Have you felt like you've been trying to fill a hole in your soul with the sin of sustenance? Trying to fill a void like a black hole. And no matter the size of the sun you shove in it, ain't gonna be enough, brother. That's so, I have your salvation here.
The turbo lift stops and the door is open. You guys want to get off? Or you want to hear the rest of the sermon?
No.
I don't know. I think somebody hold back want to hear the end of this.
I'm not very hungry. I'm not very hungry, I say. drawing my stun baton and looking both ways as we step off the elevator in case there's anything we need to worry about.
Ryan, that just got you a force point, buddy. That was very good. You guys have been very generous. The force points coming my way to cover your butts. It's the least I could do for a decent role play within a role play. That's something.
Raul needs a force point for his what's his heart
For Gunderson?
Yeah, that actually was pretty good too.
If Gunderson stands on a hill and like starts piping about freeing his people, the Gunders from their yokel lands or something, he'll get a force point too. But for Ryan to take an elevator moment and preach gospel of his new character's deep cover, that was meant, dude. That got you a force point. That was good. All right.
Raul just looks at him and he's like, "Nah, still not buying it, buddy. Work on that a bit."
All of them to look at this good book. Finger quotes. Much harder.
Do gotta say though, the accent, top notch, man. I didn't know you had it in you.
My mother was from the southern hemisphere.
Which southern hemisphere?
Of my planet.
Merrick's from the Unknown Regions. You guys know that, right? He's a custom Humie.
Yes, and I still want to know the actual planet. He hasn't told me.
Maybe
it's very problematic for his medical data.
Maybe in season.
He was probably born in space. On a
like that chicken Mass Effect that has like
doesn't
no
come
immune
from
system.
anywhere.
Yeah. You have no immune system.
Hey, where are you from? I can give coordinates.
Military, yeah, the military Flotitia Battlestar Galactic, yeah. So, you guys head on down? Heading on down.
Yep.
Okay. Downstairs. Oops.
I now have both weapons drawn.
Okay. Even though it looks like you guys are facing the elevator to get on, you actually just kind of got off of said elevator, just so you know. So you're all heading like left to right. Anyway, hallway full of doors. You get off old rickety elevator.
I hand the key to Gunderson.
I take it, look at it, hand it to what was your name again?
Riker?
Riker, yeah. Hand it to Riker. I ain't going first.
Riker's at the front of the line going like, guys, I'm right here.
No worries, brother. I'll open that door.
All right. You guys head up.
I go to the door holding my new book like a tower shield.
Which door?
The door
Whichever one is labeled 2 point whatever. Droid guy downstairs.
5212. 5212. Yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah, it's absolutely
Room 187, was it?
The one that's peeping out on us on the map here lately.
The one that's peeking?
The peeking one.
All right.
Yeah.
Heading on down.
Ah! I seen too much. I seen beyond the door.
It's too late. I'd seen everything.
All right. Stack up on Brother 1 here. Which sells where you want to be. Our bounty hunter goes for the swap position, other side of the door. Leth and Rahal on the back of the hallway behind Derek, who can finally change his name to... Yeah, we need new names on our minis now.
Is it like a Star Trek door where it goes shriek, or is it like a door?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, what do you want to do?
I would like to use Grand Leader to give everybody 12 temporary hit points for this next encounter.
Okay.
Well, we're all chonked in.
I say something inspiring to everybody, and
I say
Don't
something
die.
inspiring. Let's hear the prayer, Glug Glug. What do you got?
wait, what?
You can get a force point. Hey, I can't give out hero points every time you debuff my guy, but
Well, I did
You want to hear what Ma would have said at this time?
I turn to each of you and I say,
Don't
"Are
cluster.
you happy?"
No. Let me tell you what Ma used to say in these time hormones. She would always tell me, Now, son, times might get scared and you might get lonely. But swear to God, if you cluster, I'm gonna fucking toss a frag grenade at your head.
Mama said don't
my
cluster.
mother told me that life is like a box of fuses. Sometimes they pop.
The weak ones pop first.
Mama told me life's like a bandolier. You want it half full, you never want it half empty.
It's like a stranger's bandolier. You never know what you're going to get in each pocket.
There you go. Okay, so you roll up on this door.
Yeah.
You guys just
Have
want
you
to...
heard the good... Knock, knock. Have you
Okay.
heard the good word?
Can I have a perception check there, Riker?
Yeah. Spot. 17.
Inside.
I'm gonna throw a little spicy force point on that because I'm a flush with them right now.
Okay.
So,
I've never been so happy. It's just like Aiden leaves the group and you guys are just spilling force points. I'm not even asking for them.
that's a.
You guys didn't even say,
solid-
would you like to fence, like, have that 1 to
Like
6 and like
point
and I cue you guys, would you like to spend a force point? You guys are like, and I'm going to spend a force. Okay. Damn.
23. 22, sorry.
Okay. You distinctly hear a holovid unit playing inside. Like somebody has the proverbial TV on in the motel is basically what I believe they're trying to say. You can hear a holovid unit playing inside.
Do I recognize the sounds from that holovid? There's an awkward moment where you don't know,
Yeah. Actually,
dignity is something
you-
I'm concerned about here.
you hear some alien trying to push their hokey off-world religion. They had their, they bought their 5 minutes on the channel.
Fucking heretics in there in a minute.
There you go.
Do not listen to the disbelievers.
He opens the door, and that's your opening line when you kick in the room. Husband, heretic.
Held in front. This
Yeah.
book holds your truth.
So you open the door,
Yeah.
and you're very aggressive, shall we say,
No!
Bible salesman? No?
Do not listen to what you witness right now. That is untruthful.
Scanning the room quickly, the poorly furnished hotel room is about 4 meters square with a fraying carpet, peeling wallpaper, and an adjoining refresher that smells of mildew. A single holovid unit blares out the latest pod race results in a combination of Huttese and basic. No, it's not.
Which both I know.
The bed, sagging from age and long use, is empty. A quick scan of the room does not appear to have anyone present.
Check that refresher unit.
You want to go use the John?
I want to check on the John. You okay in there?
Okay. You guys come into the room? This is not a big room. It could barely even hold us.
It's
Pale will
smaller.
stay
2
outside.
seconds.
Bounty hunter stays outside to cover our butts. Anybody else going inside?
Oh.
No?
I will follow him.
Okay. Rahul goes inside. Anybody else?
Have a good look around.
Yeah? Have a perception? Rahul goes in, starts sweeping the room. Goes right front of the mattress and on the couch cushions. You never loose cred
18.
sticks. Never know what a loose cred stick might turn up. Quick search of no one present, but quick sweep of the room. You do find, Rahul, a scrap of flimsy paper on top of the holovid unit, upon which is written, Invisible Hand. Galactic lore, gentlemen? Sorry, I'm assuming you're going to show this off.
Yes, I will share it.
Gunderson tells the party.
21.
Come on, we came up with accents. Ryan's the
What's
only one who
Gunder
played
voice?
it. Yeah, let's
That's
go
the
there.
Gunder voice.
Yeah.
Galactic lore 26.
What do we know? What do we know? Yes, you've heard of this. Put this up in the chat for you, Dr. Jack, so you can tell him in your own words. in the Zoom chat.
Invisible Hand. Wasn't that the... That's the destroyed ship of General Grievous way back in the Clone Wars, was it not?
Clone Wars that ended 3 months ago?
With all the things going on, that is way back to me.
It's true. We've been through a lot, haven't we, in the last 6 months? So I guess it was more like 6 months with you guys, but yeah.
Wasn't that ship destroyed?
That's what I thought, the Battle of Coruscant.
I mean, the Battle of Imperial One, of course.
I think this might warrant a little bit of a deeper investigation. Maybe it crash landed somewhere and someone's using it as a meeting spot.
Did it have anything of value on it at the time of collision?
Now you're talking my language. Yeah, General Grievous. He was a weirdo, but
Most Imperial generals are, in my experience.
Yeah, damn separatist army, eh, Rahal?
I mean, at that point, I had already kind of parted ways.
No, Gunderson's is a...
I bailed off that sinking ship as soon as I saw it started going down. You know what I'm saying?
all right.
Doesn't mean they weren't weird to begin with, but I mean, business is business, right?
Yeah, who relies on a bunch of soldiers that just say Roger, Roger all the time, right? Okay.
Roger.
Remember, kings cost credits.
Well, galactic lore reveals that the name is synonymous with the General Grievous's ship. A quick look around the room does not really turn up anything else except that somebody, is living in a shithole to lie low. But he's not here now. There doesn't seem to be any other clues of where Trennell might be at the moment. What do you guys want to do?
I don't know. Rob his neighbors.
Okay. As we kick,
kidding.
strength check at 25, break down a door, 15 mechanics check to bypass a lock. Yeah, go nuts.
No, I think we'll take the information we've picked up and do some research.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to shove a pillow.
Try to leave the place looking like we hadn't broken into it.
Okay.
Put the paper back.
But does anybody have any surveillance equipment that we could potentially plant here?
Yeah, Ryan. What was that?
Yeah, I do actually. I stole surveillance gear from the first hut prison that we were in.
And before you get him too excited, Ryan, that what you just said is key.
Yeah.
Before.
We
talked
shoving a pillow down the refresher?
No. You said
The hut's surveillance gear?
no. You said put it back.
Yeah, put the note back for the invisible hand. You
Yeah.
took a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Put that piece of paper back.
And and resist the urge to dust in the place. Yeah, you guys should be. Puts it right back where he found it. We'd step out quietly. Okay.
And then, like I said, take the information and research. Who knows? Maybe maybe it crash landed. It was the Battle of Coruscant. Maybe it crash landed somewhere, and it's like a place now. Maybe it's a bar. Who knows? People are weird like that.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do now? Just get out of here?
Is there any way we can tell how long it's been since he's been here?
Door's been
Perhaps-
open and closed.
and
That
like I said,
information is
to the-
stored electronically.
If we have some
I want
surveillance
that
equipment
data.
we can set up in here covertly, never hurts, right?
Yeah. In case he
Is
comes
there a
back.
surveillance system existing that we notice?
Exactly, GM Jeff.
Perhaps asking the clerk with another 50 creds or something. Hey,
Yeah.
did he leave?
Dr. Black might be onto the easiest route.
All right, let's take that route.
Okay.
Lead on, Dr. Black.
So you
I
guys
thought
want
you were
guys want
going
to
to
go?
set up surveillance.
Yeah, well, they can. But Dr. Black and 3PO, TPO, sorry, head back down to our new droid friend.
Down we go.
Okay. And what do you want to ask him?
So we noticed the apartment was conspicuously empty. Did you happen to remember when its occupant left this earlier today? Taking the cred chip and typing in numbers as I go.
Oh. Well, yes, Treno is not here currently. He left hours ago in the company of several, and then he stops and checks the numbers. How much you put in?
I put in the 50.
Okay. He makes sure, well,
What?
it's like 5, right? And he goes, several, and you add a 0. He says, several rough-looking quarren. I'll make sure there's a 0 on the end of that, you know.
Yeah. For what it's worth, that pilot roll was supposed to be a persuasion, so that is a 22.
Okay.
It's
You
on
know,
the
if you
droid's
hit the-
back and start steering.
Just pro tip when punching numbers into a calculator, if you hit the decimal place first, you can hit that 0 button until the cows come home.
Yeah. Well, take these credits off your characters, please. I forgot to, remind you guys. The other thing I wanted to ask was, he says he left with several rough-looking quarren. What's your next question? You give me this big persuasion, but it's like, what was the question?
Around when, and has he been known to leave before?
No. He's been here most of the time since he checked in. But when he did, the Corrin came once. Didn't ask what room they visited, but he did leave with that same rough-looking bunch of Corrin. Today, a couple hours ago.
Did happen to look distressed at all?
He wasn't facing me.
Is there like a galactic lore or something like that I can see? Like, is there like a known mercenary group that'd be using a bunch of Quarrens, or?
Yeah, but there might be. You guys already have clues and ideas more visible in names. You might just ask him what he knows about ... Might be a better GM, advice to said player as opposed to trying to find a roundabout way. You're paying, he's talking, but if he doesn't know what the question is, right? He seems to like direct questions, right? He took a guess. Okay, where's Trenel? Where's his room, right? Goes to the room. I know you're going to the room. Hey, for extra money, here's the key to his room because I know you're going there, right? Trenel left. Okay, he left. With these Quarren. Do I know them? No. Do I know if he was happy? No.
Could you describe these Quarrens?
They all look the same to me.
Did they have any distinctive clothing?
They look like they were from down here. They don't look like topsiders. They look like one of the many gangs and groups and protection and thugs. Yeah.
Well, I will wait for the rest of my group to get back, and well, actually, I'll transmit this over the comms.
You just have an open comm conversation with the droid, and they can ask you, like, you guys can boost
Yeah.
them. So, Riker and Peel, you're hearing this you're hearing Dr. Leth / Black drill the droid on a bunch of stuff, but he's taking a real roundabout way. Bounty hunter.
Why don't we just cut to the chase? Has he ever heard of the invisible hand?
You guys did find the proverbial, match book with a name on it on top of the bar kind of thing that they have in every noir. Should have made it a death stick match thing, but scrap of paper.
Yeah, that makes sense. Have been any idea about the name of a place called the Invisible Hand?
I believe the invisible hand is a cantina. For a small fee, I can provide you with directions.
Decimal 5000.
Well, I'm just saying, this isn't the kind of a place where you look it up on a map. You ask around. And what people around here would charge you for directions are probably more than the droid's going to charge you. So,
Pass the cred chip thing.
okay. How much are we offering for a set of directions?
Another 50.
That's fine. I can go with that. Your persuasion of 22 is riding the number low. That's cool. Good persuasion. You get the DC, but if it's high, it keeps the price down. You know, as opposed to like 50 and then 5, right? And I really don't see, like, they literally say he tries to milk you guys for every credit for every piece of information he can get. And this is what I was talking about earlier, going, you guys are going to hate me. You have the wealth talent. You're going to think I'm being a dick, you know? And then out of the gate, Matt's like, here's $500. I'm like, okay, all right. That's an entire conversation right there, but I'm only going to tell you his room. He gives you directions. Take the money off, Matt. Take the 500 plus or whatever off, and gives you guys.
Yeah, I did already.
Okay. Unfortunately, as you would have guessed, the directions are on foot. It's deeper into the bowels. You guys got to go through alleyways and pipes and blah blah blah. But hey, you know, off we go. Yes. What's our next move? Head there. Seems to be where the trail leads, but yes, no?
Yeah, head there. I'll let Arthur know generally which direction we'll be going with an estimate of like distance so he can see if he can circle closer.
Yeah, and you give him the directions in case he can find his way there, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
Like, couldn't hurt, right? Alrighty, Roo. We wander for another quite some time. A while. Oop, there we go. Wandering the alleyways, turns and twists, and people watching, and people peeking out of slam-slotted doorways, and pipes, and steam, and smell. Oh my god, this place smells terrible. And then after a while, you get into, I won't say it's industrial, but there just seems to be less and less residential or more and more sealed up, abandoned. Like a lot of these doors are sealed. You know what I mean? I mean, you could fuse your way in or fusion cut your way in, but there's more and more doors and stuff that seem to be like 10 minutes to get in as opposed to just opening it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say this is an abandoned part of the underground. It's just less used, or people moved away, or
more directly used.
Yeah. Less and less people. And you actually catch a couple confused, if not even angry looks at you guys as you head down here. But this is where the directions lead. And then there is a distinct lack of light and a point where this place gets a little maze-like. You guys came out of a hall. There was a left. You went through it. It opens up, and now there's going left and down to the left and up to the right and straight ahead and hook around a corner. And this is a point in the map where you guys pause to check your directions. And while we're paused, you guys do the proverbial, can I have a perception check, please?
$17.
28.
Good roll, 31.
$30.
Don't see anything over here. Everything looks fine. How are you?
gets 17. He's the one head down looking at the coordinates, you know, arguing with you guys or going, I don't understand. You know, it's right here.
GPS says go this way.
Yeah. It says you're here, but we're not here. We're not here there yet.
Accidentally painted over one of his sensors.
Yeah.
Can't see.
Parts go.
I've lost my depth perception.
I got one lighter down.
It'll be a lot less chatty if we just paint right over these. Far less opinionated droid. Turn down his hearing, too, while you're at it. Gentlemen, the entire party, with the exception of Doug's TPO, who is forever a delight and cheerful and completely unaware of danger, as most protocol droids are. Way to sell the role, man. You're just nailing this. You're almost at a force point, buddy. You have a bad feeling about this place. And I would like to take this time to call up the initiative tracker as we hear grunts and shifting and emerging from the shadows.
You know, the odds of anything bad happening right now are like 25 to 1.
Emerging from the shadows, grotesque, mutated, yes, Coruscani, and I shit you not, ogres. Huge shoulders and arms and massive black dirty claws, misshapen face, pussulated skin, gnashing giant teeth, ripped off faces, huge unibrows, not a lot of clothes, and a putrid smell as you guys quickly realize that you've stumbled into a hunting ground and are currently have been quietly surrounded. Please roll for initiative by clicking on your miniature and adding yourself to the turn track as soon as I can find it in the new settings here, because I don't see it anymore. Where's the initiative track? Turn order. There we go. Turn order is up. Click on your guy.
Yeah, 22.15.
Very nice.
2306. Yeah.
2214.
514.
I like how we're fighting for that 22 point.
We're all averaging.
What did
about
you
the
get?
same
What did you
number
get,
right
Rahal? Rahal, what'd you get?
23.06.
Who dares to be different?
Oh, okay. No, I have your old initiatives on here, so STX, you got 22 or 19?
now. 2214. Our old initiatives from the last time we had combat.
Are still on.
We
I didn't
can't see it,
realize.
But the GM sees it in roll 20.
Yeah, so I'm like running around
Exactly what he's doing.
rapidly deleting. Is
And
what
you
I'm
have
doing.
to ask because that's the only way you know which one's which, because he has
Yeah.
no way of knowing.
Everyone said 20 something.
the
I'm like,
higher.
what? Yeah.
I think Pale is the only one that doesn't have to get deleted because he wasn't in a previous combat.
There you go. All right. The prize round. We stealthily encroach upon your position, and you guys get a really bad feeling. At the top of the round, switching to the battle board, quickly zooming out for the moment. It is dark. Everyone's got their little lights, their beams, their mag lights going. You guys have spilled, enough light with what I got going on in your minis. Probably giving the minis either not enough or too much light, so I'll just leave it up here. You guys can pretty much see around, get a sense for the space going off 6-12 squares in every direction and then bleeding out light. The ogres have a +0 initiative. They do coordinate as a pack. And as soon as I can reveal that number. Okay. Starting round 1. With Rahal.
No, I did not roll higher than Dr. Leth.
You haven't sorted for initiative.
Oh. There we go. Dr. Leth.
Can we see the ogres or?
Right now, they're like, you can smell them, you can hear them, and there's, big things kind of scraping down every hallway. Get a sense of where they are. I have them on the board, so if your mini can't see them, then they have not stepped into the light as of yet. And they've broken stealth. They've used their surprise round to just kind of wait and jimmy in. But your perceptions are so high, you guys get that proverbial round one. We're not just going to move, and then on their turn they attack. Round one is like, we got a bad feeling. You guys stop, and like, shit, let's do something. Time to stack up or whatever you want to do.
Then I'm going to.
Any flares?
Shit.
Toss a flare there?
I have dark vision. I don't care about the light. That's their problem.
Oh, okay. In that case, Dr. Leth, hang on, before you go back to where you were.
Sure.
Okay. Straight down the hall. Can you see my ping here? Pinging.
I cannot.
Yeah, it won't ping. That's weird. Why am I not pinging? Ping, ping, ping. Pinging.
Sometimes when other people are watching,
happens.
it's hard.
It happens to all of us at some point in time. You can.
It's
there you
nothing
go.
to be
There you
ashamed
go.
of.
There you go.
Oh,
I seen it.
that
I
was
said
it.
the ping.
Apparently, it's a right
I saw
click.
movement.
You right click now,
It twitched.
and it's either focus ping or there you go. Okay.
Right at the end of the hall. Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. Now it's pinging.
Oh, it's closer.
If you right click, you have a ping for everyone and focus ping, which is really neat. So ping for everyone just pings. Focus ping moves the map just out of the light, but you can see it with your dark vision. Oh, wait a minute. Does dark vision have a range for you? Is it 60 feet, 6 squares?
60.
I don't have 60
Which is-
feet.
which is
We're
12
in
squares.
meter. We're in meters, right? So 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just beyond your dark vision. But since your vision goes to like within a square of it, I'm going to say that you get this, this large shadow is lumbering. You don't see a target so much as you just see, for dark vision just to like fade out. It's like, beyond torchlight. Something is there. Straight ahead. What do you do, Dr. Leth?
Something's coming straight through that hall, but directly in front of us.
Yeah, like
and I'm going
I'll
to-
ping where he is. He's right here.
Yep.
You just don't.
I'm
have
going
the-
to move to the side. Maybe like right about here. That looks like there's like a platform or something in front of me.
Okay. Yay, cover. Some low metal wall or something, like sweet. Go to
Yep.
the low wall, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares away. 13 if you
Okay.
count his square. Large creature taking up 4 squares, taking up the hallway. About 13 squares away. What do you want to do?
I would like to fire on it.
All right.
So I'm assuming that once it got dark and everyone started drawing weapons, we would be.
No one drew weapons. We just all have a bad
Oh.
feeling, and then everyone hears that thing. We all look at each other, and you're the first act. Like it's all simultaneous.
That's fair.
Like in this round, I'm sure everyone's going to move and draw weapons. So I guess I shouldn't poo-poo what you're saying, but you are the quickest to react at this time.
Then yes, I will. As I get into my spot, I'm going to draw my weapon, and that's 2 moves.
Okay. You should be able to draw your weapon as you're moving if you have the +1, or is that in this game? I can't remember. No, it's always
I
a move to
don't
draw.
think
as
that's
a,
in this one, no.
yeah,
Yeah.
bummer. All right. The damp streets of the Undercity. The pungent odor, Dr. Leth, is a mixture of rotten meat and animal musk. The grunts and growls, they emerge from the gloom around you, accompanied by several large, distorted shapes in the shadows. You sense them shambling closer and closer with their nightmare deformities. But a large, grotesque target is still, something that should be easy to hit if you guys can keep them at bay with your abilities. Next up, we have Rahul.
Okay, so I will click the button on my case that drops the bottom off, revealing that it is the vibro saw.
Okay.
Starting that sucker up, and I will activate kinetic combat.
Nah.
And I don't really see the target, so I'm gonna just have it hovering in the air around me.
Sure.
And that's my turn. So no, I will look to my companions and say, I got a bad feeling about this, guys.
All right.
As my sweet ass little skill saw floats in the air.
Zoom. It pops out, and the case opens, and it makes a sham noise. And as the repulsor kicks in from your ability, it makes that wow. Yeah. Yeah, he's on the same page I am. All right. Enough said, right?
So I have to make a use the force roll.
Yes, please.
I need to hit a DC of 20, or else it doesn't work. Which is funny, because even if I roll a 1, which I did, it still succeeds.
Which I should, but I did, because I will.
Literally rolled a 1. Way to use it on something that it doesn't matter if it happens.
No. No, boo. Okay. Next up, Merrick.
Riker.
Yeah, I haven't changed the name on your minis yet. We'll have to do that in between. You ever wanted to change your name on your character in your mini, please? New to you.
I can't change our mini. You got to change that for us.
I know.
Yeah, I tried to
know.
change the mini,
I
it wouldn't
know.
let me.
I've done it over on where roll stuff. So, at this time, I like to reference the good book, and I flip it open, and out comes Sasha. Cock locked and
You
ready
got
to
Sasha
teach
in your
some
book?
bitches.
That's a
Well,
big
it's
book.
like he's selling the
It's a big
entire
book.
Encyclopedia Britannica. He's got a big suitcase, right?
It's a big book.
The Bible salesman with several Bibles, right?
I spent money on this book.
That'd be good if you actually had one of those.
Blasphemize it.
You got the big travel rolling steam case, and it's full of books and Bibles, but in the lid, when you flip it up, out comes Sasha. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's like the Dead Sea Scrolls. So, but you know.
There's a lot to. That's why we need people like you as intermediaries, right? There's a lot to digest here. Okay.
Exactly.
Arm yourself. Yeah.
I are armed.
Okay.
And I ready in action to unload on the first blasphemer that I see.
Okay. TPO. SDX.
I
Nope.
will use a swift action to inspire my comrades yet again with Grand Leader. And I lied last time. It's only 11 temporary hit points, not 12.
Oh.
I would.
Oh, the blasphemer was my own party.
How
It's-
dare you?
It's 5 plus 1/2 of my level, and we are 13th. So it is not yet 12. It's only 11.
So if you guys go onto your actual character sheets, you have your current hit points, your total max, and then you have bonus hit points where we could put 11.
11.
Yep. There you go. There's 11 on Derek.
And then I would like to use a move action to draw my folded blaster carbine out of my center chest cavity and then untract it stock so that it can be a rifle. And that's me.
Ooh. Shiny. Untracked stock. Is that a swift action?
It's got a retracting stock, blaster carbines do, which is why I figure it can. Otherwise,
That's cool. Is that a swift? Is it swift to
It's
inspire?
a move. It's a move to retract or unretract. So move and move.
Oh,
Move to
okay.
Pull it out, move to unretract, and I'm done.
That seems costly just to flip
It
a
is, but I
Yeah.
want a rifle.
Yeah, but see, I think because it changes the mechanic of your weapon, they're like, it's a move action.
It turns it a pistol from a pistol into a
Yeah, I agree with that. And like you have to figure around is 6 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you're pulling something out and then you're opening it up. It's probably going to take about 6 seconds.
I always had the imagery of the first Jurassic Park movie when it was like the park ranger unfolding the gun, and right before he got clever girled.
Yeah, I mean,
That was a solid like 12 seconds.
if we're going with that, then we got to back up Merrick here. And so instead of him moving action to this whip Sasha out, he's got to get it out from concealment, right?
I mean, whipping Sasha out is effectively getting it out of concealment. I mean, how tight is he clenching?
On this metaphor, man.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's a slippery slope. No, I'm not going to back up what Ryan had to do. You know, because it's like retrieving it from a pack. I retrieve it from my bag. Fine.
I let my lawyer speak for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And finally, hearing from our new bounty hunter. Episode 4, and poor Drew hasn't had a chance. Sorry, I've tried to give him the odd chance. You guys are so used to referring to each other in your little circles, you know.
That's okay. I'm hired help.
New guy got to break the ice.
Yeah, that's okay. This is time to shine. What do you got for me? What do you want to do?
And well,
I'll throw back my cloak, grab my blaster rifle in my one hand, pull out a glow rod because it sounds like it's dark in here, and I'll give it a toss down the alleyway.
Oh, nice. A light source. Gotta like that. One glow rod. How far you want to toss it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The proverbial 6?
Yeah, I think 6 is good.
Look, I actually have glow rods. Thank you, Steven, who made this adventure. Doink. Toss a glow rod, shining at him. Ah! Oh, isn't he pretty?
untoss it. Untoss it.
That one looks like wife number 3.
Yep. I'm going to say that even though he chucked an item, it's not a weapon, so I'll allow it as a move where he just drew it and, you know, he's providing light. Because if that was a grenade or something, it'd be like, oh, one to move the thing, one to move the grenade, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, but since it's not...
drew and threw.
Oh, I'm going to make it the ogre's turn so Drew doesn't have to suffer anymore of that line of thought. All right. It's time.
And zoom in on this mini.
Who's mini?
The our ogre.
Oh, mini.
The ogres. Because we
Okay.
have the.
He?
Yeah. That's pretty.
You like him?
Oh,
Dude,
that's definitely
It's sexy.
I went through all
not
the
a
minis.
tumor.
I went through all the D20 minis that I own or purchased or patrons purchased, and I had 4 choices, and I was tempted to use all kinds of different 4, but fitting that deform / hulking / little beady little red eyes and the sort of caveman outfit.
Is it a flesh warped?
No, it's a thing. The monsters.
It's a Coruscanti
Coruscanti
ogre.
ogre.
You know, the famous ogres of Coruscant.
No, they call them that, but
How could I have forgotten, Doug? You're right. Foolish me.
You call yourself a fan.
He had 4 choices, but he made one.
is that canon? What the? what now? Right?
What was that
Anyway.
about me having a cannon?
Oh,
Now these guys it looks like he's carrying a sickle, but they actually carry clubs.
that looked like a sickle.
Yeah.
They turned them around.
Carrying his club already in his hand, because like we closed on you guys expecting a fight. He's doing the baseball pat, you know. Dropping it in his palm, right? Comes at you guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares puts me here. Let's look at my feats. Do I have anything where I can...
All of his toenails. They've grown.
Yes. Don't have any Bantha Rush feats or anything like that.
No,
So-
but anything can charge if it wants to.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if I had some bonuses that would take away penalties or anything really cool, but getting back to the standard, get him. So yes, Doug, he does charge. Charging. Ah! Anyway, come right up on you guys. Plant himself. I believe I have reach because I'm large.
Go for the new boy.
1 second. Where's my... Should talk about my reach.
Gotta break him in.
Oh yeah, no, he's... Funny enough, he's the... Thanks to Dr. Left. Look, there's a doctor. There's a monster right there. You know.
That's why I gave you temporary hit points. Hold the
Ah,
line.
ah. That's what I'm here for. What? No. I should be able to open the character sheet. Da-da-da-da-da. These minis have character sheets, and now that I've opened the magic... Ah, damn it. It closed. Stop that. Open the character sheet. Let's try this again. I should be able to roll the official club. Yeah. Charging bonuses, Doug. I think. Or I just get my double move and attack.
+2 to hit, minus something to your dex.
Okay.
So it's a +2 to hit for sure. And I'm pulling it up to back that up.
I think it's a direct swap for AC versus
+2 minus 2. Yep.
Yeah.
It is exactly 2/2.
Okay. So, coming at you, charging. Gig is up. Attack 0.
You did something wrong there.
I rolled a 13. Huh.
+7 is 20.
Yeah.
I bet
Plus
you put
you-
a plus. You
plus
put a
you-
plus.
oh, you put a plus
You put a
2.
plus.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah.
you put a plus when you did it.
Oh,
So
okay.
13, 20, 22.
22, yeah.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit you?
That's my line. Does a 22 hit your reflex, Doug? I mean, Doug. Hit
Andrew.
your Drew?
No.
Hey!
Comes at you and whiffs. Seeing a couple. Oh, these are bounty hunter, man. He's
You know,
professional.
ogres have 5 force points, right?
We have feelings too. Don't mock us. But that's not all. As one charges in, several others follow suit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up behind Reiku.
Ouch, that club hit would have hurt.
Yeah. Sorry, this is taking
This
so
is
long,
the
but I'm.
Listen to Jeff Count podcast.
Yeah,
for
I know.
ASMR.
That's bad, but I'm keeping the
I
movement
have
legit.
toddlers. This is phenomenal. You're doing
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, this is
It reminds me of the
1, 2,
D&D
1, 2,
equivalent
3,
of the I can only
4,
count to
5,
4
6, 7,
song.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3,
I
4,
listen like-
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, 'cause singing numbers while I'm trying to count
Yeah,
movement is
it'll
just going to
make
make
it
this go
much easier.
faster.
Dude, you're counting to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I am moving the mini to his music. I'll give you that. All right.
I never understood the relevance of that until I grew up. And now looking back, I'm just like, those dudes were just counting their movement in D&D. Early days. That's what that whole thing was.
They were just
Freaking hippies.
sneaking it in
The
there.
hippies behind Sesame Street, man.
No, they think that this, you mean Star Wars, because in D&D it would be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 foot move. Right?
How many
So-
squares, though? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
all right. I'll give you that. Anything to make the song end. So, several ogres start rushing us, and in a single round, this is about how close they can get. Landing or attempting to land attacks on Reiku and on Merrick. Let's start with Merrick.
Blasphemer!
Merrick's guy. Na-na-na. Open the sheet. Large
Yes,
club.
blasphemed.
Large club.
Do my attack of opportunity for my ready to action.
Yep. Yep.
Excellent. Do I get the critical hit?
I don't know. Roll dice.
I'm gonna say
Hooray!
yes.
Yes. Thank you. Ah. I just thinking it's been so while. It's been a while. Oh, I don't have a prime. You're not my prime target.
Well,
Can
while
you be
you
my prime target?
no, because you got to be aware of him. You got to paint a guy. It's like first thing comes out, I spray him. That's where we were. So you start shooting at the shadow that emerges. Right.
All right, so auto fire is not. It's not auto fired. I'm just shooting.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
Well, that's going on. If he gets to you, I doubt you're going to douse him in one shot. Yeah.
I'm gonna burst fire because I can't auto because auto is a full attack, but I can do a burst fire. Take a -5 penalty to your attack roll. But you get +2 dots.
Don't mind me.
Plus
I'm just swinging at Joe's character while
Yeah,
you're
swing away.
while you're working all that out.
There are so many goddamn modifiers. I'm just scrolling through. I got them out. I got like a formula here. Don't worry.
Or like
That's
20,
okay.
22.
Yeah, okay.
You guys have reflexes of like 27,
Boom.
29. So they come out, they just start waving their clubs around at you. Miss.
Middle. 23.
That hits.
Hooray! I need to add 2 more D8s to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Because F you, Jeff.
No, the ogre, dude.
Oh, sorry. F you, ogre.
Thank you.
I rolled a 1. I'd like to use a shirt attacker on that 1.
Okay.
So
Maybe he is going to
Sick.
drop this guy. Good thing I
All
missed him.
right.
We didn't start doing hit points.
6 plus 5.
But I mentioned in the New World Order, there's waves of ogres, not just these 5.
So, wait, that's 12. That's 38. 38 points of damage.
Okay.
Yes.
Breaking his threshold of
Uh-huh.
I had a pretty good threshold. What's my threshold? 17. Nuking my reflex of 13. And wiping out my 32 hit points with 38. Riker manages to, like, literally comes around the corner and this thing comes up and just starts shredding him with blaster fire. And by the time I get to you, he's on his knees and then just plants himself face first, the club at your feet.
Either that and make better choices.
All the other ogres in the area advance. Only the first wave of couple of waves, because there's guys in the background, get to guys. And looking over your shoulder at Reiku, he goes right into the kung fu, where 2 arms come up and grab the club, and the guy yanks it out of Reiku's hands, and he manages to miss Reiku, and that's all the ogres on the board that you have seen moved. All that can get to you with charge attacks have attacked. 1 down, several left. And for Reiku's turn, we will see you all next time.
I keep the force to myself.